Okay, I just want to show you what you have to go through to get the oil pan on this Accord. But if it's a CRV, the oil pan will come off without removing the subframe, but because it won't clear the balance shaft assembly in here. But there is the there's your piece of the guide in the oil pickup. Let me fish it out. Oh, fish it out. There's the bits of it. Any more on the other side? Oh, there's another piece in there.
There you go. See?
Yeah, there's two pieces in there.
That's what I was.
Yeah, there's the other piece over there. See, fish it all out. Oh, there's a bunch of them in there.
Oh yeah.
There's that. There's another one. Come on, baby. Oh yeah, there you go. That's all the guides. All right, so as you can see, we were pulling out the pieces out of the oil pickup for the timing chain guides out of the pickup on that Accord over there. That one with the Earth 3 motor, you gotta drop the subframe to clear the oil pan from the balance shaft, because the balance shaft kind of sticks pretty far down. But on the CRV with the Earth 3 motor, you can take the oil pan off without dropping the subframe. I think this one you may have to, because this one is not the Earth 3 motor. So it really depends on which CRV and which motor you have to be able to do that. But anyways, I got somebody in the comments was saying, hey, he says that the VTC actuators are very reliable on the Hondas, and he's never had any issues with his. But you may not have an issue with yours, but we work at a dealership, so we get a lot of these Hondas. So like just from a couple in the last few days, we've had maybe a good handful of CRVs, Accords that have the VTC actuator rattles, and you know, either broken chain guides, or you have, well, I still got to take this one off to see if it's broken or cracked before, you know, calling all the parts that I need to do this job. But I just wanted to show you, this thing also only has 46,000 kilometers, so not even 100,000 miles yet, and it's also rattling. So just wanted to show you and maybe answer some of the people in the comments. You know, you may not have any issues with your Honda VTC actuator rattles or VTC actuators, but you know, we see a lot of these Hondas come in, and you know, we're a high volume shop, so we see at least, I don't know, I think the last 2 days, you know, 3 of them. So yeah, just to show you what comes through the dealership day to day. Anyways, I gotta get started on this, take the valve cover off and just inspect everything. Oh, and by the way, it's due for an oil change, and some of you might say, hey, it's burning oil. This one, oil life on the dash is 5%, but it's dark, but it's at the top mark. So this thing's not burning oil, but it still has the VTC actuator rattle. This one's rattling pretty bad. It rattles for like, I don't know, good amount of time before it actually stops. This customer drove this car all the way here because of this, and wants to have this VTC actuator rattle looked at. And what I have done, what we usually do is we take it apart and we have to inspect. Like, you got to take a look at these guides, see if they're not broken. And also, I have this thing at top dead center. So you see those 2 marks here lined up? I have it at top dead center, but the mark down there says otherwise, because on the crank, that white dot is supposed to be where that line is, right there. If I can show you, like right there. So there's a little arrow, and then there's a white dot. It's not even lined up, so it's already at least 1 tooth off, but it hasn't set a check engine light. So this is why you have to remove and inspect these things, because I got so many people in the comments saying you just need to remove this cover and then replace the spring to fix the actual like VTC actuator rattle with a stronger spring or whatever. But I've never done that repair, and this is the reason why. You got to inspect all your timing components, because now I have a timing that's out, right? You got to remove to see if these guides are broken for whatever reason, why it's out by 1 tooth. Maybe it just jumped 1 tooth, right? But if somebody just removed this cover and replaced the spring to stop it from rattling, your timing is still out. You still got to remove the timing cover, and then you know, check all your timing components, make sure they're okay, right? Why is it out by 1 teeth? So I don't trust the actual, you know, remove this cover, replace that spring to fix your rattle. If you're gonna fix it, you gotta fix it right. This is the reason why. This thing only has 146,000 kilometers, which is less than 100,000 miles. And we do these quite often because I had somebody in the comments also say that the Honda VTCs are very reliable and he's never had any issues. But sure, like that person may have not had any issues with his Honda VTC, but when we work at a high volume dealership and we do a lot of these, you kind of see the common things that come in, right? And this is why we have to do our job to remove everything and then inspect and make sure everything's good, rather than just replace the VTC actuator, or you know, and some people on the YouTube, on the internet saying all you got to do is replace that spring and it fixes it. But this thing has low mileage and the timing is out. So, and it didn't even check a set of check engine lights. So when you fix it like that and then you put it, your timing is still out, right? So you're basically doing the job anyways. Like you're gonna spend money on it anyways. But just wanted to show you this quick video. So I just gotta make sure everything's all good. I'm gonna actually pop out this timing cover to make sure my guides are okay, and then yeah, we keep all these timing components in stock, so we have them already. That's how often we do these, to have these in stock. So anyways, I just wanted to make this video because just in case somebody questions me down in the comments. But you know, you work at a dealership, you do this all the time. So yeah. The other thing that you don't know is, let me show you what I got here. I got all my timing components on the bench. You know, you see the wear on there. There's, like, the center part is kind of lighter. You can see the, you know, the wear marks on this guide. Everything else has a little bit of wear on it, not too bad, right? Until you get to the tensioner, which you would probably have to remove the timing cover. You see those two, you know, semicircles, right? That has been wearing into the timing chain guide right here. You see the shiny marks? So if you take a look, get that bolt out, it wore a divot into the metal that the what it pushes up against. So you can see it's all shiny there. See? So it's wore into it. So that's the other thing that you would probably want to do or inspect everything before you just replace the VTC actuator. Just wanted to show you the importance of, you know, inspecting everything, you know, and especially when your timing is, you know, when you line up all the timing marks, it's like a tooth off, right? So what if you you know, do the Mickey Mouse spring repair, right? And then, you know, a couple of weeks later you get the check engine light for a cam and crank correlation code, right? So anyways, just wanted to show you what I find when I'm inspecting all the timing components, especially, you know, when you get wear here on the end here, right? And then the wear over here, because you don't typically see that by just removing the valve cover. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. All right, so I might as well show you this because I do have a new tensioner and also a new guide. So this guide looks like this. No wear on it, right? Compared to the old one. See that the divot right there where the tensioner has, you know, wore into. Here's the new one. It's kind of has a curve to it, but it, you know, it's nice and shiny, you know, flat. But if you look at the tensioner over here, that's the one that's you know, wore itself down on each side, because that's where it sits on.